Well, surprise, surprise. Our pick that we got back that should have been a top 5 pick, and then all of a sudden we decide to kill it at the end of the year, stays at 14th. Oh, what a screw job this game has handed us so far in this franchise. But you know what? Adversity will breed some success or something down the road. I don't know, insert generic cliche about me not wanting to die and having hope about this franchise mode. Perhaps there is a way we could trade up into that top 5, but with Minnesota, Toronto really the only one who might have their pick on the block here. Montreal, Edmonton maybe, but highly doubtful anyone drops back. Like, I don't think so. It just sucks. We traded for that value, expecting to be up there. What I'm just going to stop looking at because that's depressing. All right, retirements here. Let's see who's biting the dust this year. It is Ovechkin, age 40, but he is 84. He could have played another year, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, we can check it right there. He definitely. Why am I even going here? 963 goals. He beat out Gretzky's record, set a new one. Man, imagine if he played like 2 more years. He would have had like 1,000 goals, I'm pretty sure. Now, yeah, I mean, he had 27 this year. If he had like a 20-goal season, that right there is... yeah, even if he had a... yeah, that's ridiculous, man. All he would need really was like 2 20-goal seasons, which I think he would be capable of, even if he drops down further. But it is what it is. He didn't quite get there. Still set the record. Another Russian leaving is Malkin, Kopitar, Pavelski, Bailey, Van Riemsdyk, Yost. That one makes 0 sense. There's Yossi, 89 overall, retiring at 36. Yeah, that one pretty rough there for Nashville. Well, that's a pretty important piece very early. He had another, I'd say at least 2 years in him, probably 3 at that overall. Still has elite potential, man. I mean, he probably had a lot. He probably could have gone up to 42 and been effective. But he decides to call it quits there. PK Subban also biting the dust. And that looks like most of the possible weird ones. Everyone else should make a whole lot of sense. Johnson, that always throws me off. That's Craig Smith. Hoffman, Vlasic retires too. No more although he was pretty close. I mean, that was the end of his contract, I think. Or at least close to the end. Dadonov, Delzato, Tanev, Bogosian. That's not our Stone. That's Michael Stone. And that looks like it will just about do it for most of the names there. How about goaltenders? Carey Price calls it quits. Yeah, he was done. Decent career numbers for him. Ben Bishop as well. Yeah, goaltenders always seem to make sense there. But there's most of the starters. Price, Bishop, Rask there. Pretty decent numbers for all of them. And then some more fringe starter / backup guys down here. So there we are for retirements. Moving on up. We went from like, what, 5th worst in the NHL to like 14th? That's so stupid. Roman Josi becomes a coach. Maybe just wanted to become a coach. Chicago Wolves, okay. Saint-Jacques. Oh, that's our head coach. Our head coach in Chicago retires. That sucks. And anyone here? No one in Vegas. But our head coach. Oh, no, that wasn't our head coach. Sorry. It was D something. Yeah, Saint-Jacques was the guy we had for a head coach in the NHL, and then we demoted him to like assistant coach. Never mind. So pre-draft interviews here. We will be doing this. Again, if I can trade up for one of these guys, I obviously will because, well, lefty defenseman. There's also this guy, but he's a righty. Don't need him. It's all about Mullen or Murphy. So we're going to interview Mullen. Got to figure out player type. ETA shouldn't matter. He should be NHL. Actually, I should do that anyway. Well, I'll see if I want to do that. Let's do play style. That's the most important. DFD. Ooh. Oh. All right. DFD. How about personality? Oh, passionate. Jeez. And he's probably NHL ready. I guess I don't really need his skills so much. Let's actually see if he is indeed NHL ready. Ooh. Oh, he says, okay, he said maybe year development, so that's not 100%. So he might be lower overall, but he also might be at the top. Well, if he's like 77 around there, he probably will be like a 1-year ETA guy. Let's see what the grades say. No grades, that's right. But similar to Zdeno Chara, looks like cycle and pinch, which fits into our freaking scheme like clockwork. That's good for us. How about Murphy? Cycle pinch as well. NHL ready on him, guaranteed. Shut down heavy slap shot. Great puck mover. A 2A, though, confirmed. Both of them would be good. It depends on where we'd be able to trade to, quite obviously. But if we could get up there, I mean, there's 2 guys that I have my eye on. The question is, can we even move up there? It has to be on the block almost, because we don't have a lot of excess value anymore. Because guess why? Other than that, there's a few more. He could be low, but let's see. What else? Let's see where the low elites... Whoa, is there not any in the second round? Might not look like it. So in that case, yeah, the ones that we have are like 3rd round. He's 20 with 3-year ETA. Okay, 3-year ETA at least. This guy, 5-year ETA. We don't have a whole lot, I guess. So I might scout that guy in the late first, especially if this guy, it was saying 1-year ETA. Again, that might be wrong. That might not be 100% accurate, but it could be. Again, we don't have the grades to go with him because he did that thing all year of being unable to be scouted. You know what? I am going to get that guy who's unknown. Cardwell. Maybe him and Laura Kind, and they might be lows. I don't know. This guy's another lefty defenseman, so if he is the low elite, we want to pick him up probably. Just, well, maybe not. We probably don't need a double up if we get someone in that top, which we might not. Anyway, let's see. Let's do ETA and player type. 4-year ETA, okay. That's not looking good. Usually they're 3-year ETA if they're low elites there. Stay at home. Oops, did I click that twice? I did. I didn't get to see his personality, my bad. I clicked that twice. I was kind of speeding through that process. But again, I don't think he's going to be a low. Yeah, he's not. Lorkainen maybe. Heward maybe. That guy right there, like, that's... He's also an enforcer. He was scouted a long time ago, so he might not even be low. So let me actually go around this area. Defenseman lefty, could be a low elite. I don't necessarily... Weak on face-offs. Don't really want to... no report on this guy. We only got 1 interview left. Whatever. Let's see if we can get some tabs on maybe a low elite here in the earliest second. 3-year ETA, that's a good sign. 2-way. Personality. Let's see. Want to win at all costs. It says passionate, but it wasn't 100% confirmed. 3-year ETA. Do you have low? Yes, you do. Pin him. That's looking like a low elite right there. So probably if we can pick him up, we will want to pick him up. Pin-wise, we have... What? Where are my pins? I have multiple guys pinned. What's going on here? What? What is happening? Oh, it's not sending me to the top. No, it's keeping me in the, like, okay. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It should just push me back to the frickin' top. Assholes. There we go. That was freaking me out. I was like, what is happening? It keeps knocking me down. Fuck you, game. Fine, I have pins. I'll look for them later. Screw you. Alright, so look who got his cup. Nathan McKinnon able to get his cup. Congrats to him. Rough year for us here in Vegas. And then we turned it around, of course, when we got our own pick back. Presidents went to Tampa. Pittsburgh made it to the Cup Finals, but they lost to the Avs. Individual awards, Tavares got the Art Ross. The Hart went to Tuparainen, so 2 different ones for the Art Ross and the Hart. That's nice. I like to see that. The Norris No one got a War to the Norris once again. They decided not to give it out. Lady Bing to McKinnon. Genoa got the Calder. Jost with the Conn Smythe. Wow, Tyson Jost. Okay, he exploded in the playoffs. Vezina to Vasilevsky and the William M. Jennings. Masterton to Sword, whoever the hell that is. Senators coach with the Jack Adams. Selke to Larkin, as I expected. Tuparainen with the Ted Lindsay. Sexton 2 years in a row with the Maurice Richard. So Calgary's got a goal score. And our AHL team did not win the Calder this year, but we did make it 4 years in a row. We've made it. Oh, no, that's the regular season points champion. Hold on. Where? Division. Oh, do they not? There we go. Yeah, Western Conference. Yeah, okay, it's 4 years in a row. We've made it to the finals, and we've won it 2 out of 4 times. Not too bad. But yeah, this last time we lost. And we lost a coach. Not our head coach, though, so yay for that. But we got to find a new assistant coach there to help train people up. There is that. And on to the draft we go. I got the draft settings turned on. Let's see if there's an availability here to move up into that top 5. At least a hopeful team. No one wants to give one up. There's the 6th available, as we thought it might be, but I don't think Murphy drops back. There's no high top 6 or anything like that. Maybe this guy, but I don't think so. I don't think he drops back to 6, so we have to get up into this 5. Is anyone here listed as a hopeful or something? Can we rebuild or no on that? The 2 or the 3? Anyone a hopeful? Okay, Minnesota's a hopeful. That's a shit ton of value. How about Carolina? How the hell did they become a lottery team? They're listed as a rebuilder. What? Rip Cody and Tyler. What's happening there? So maybe... Okay, our only hope is Minnesota. That's our own... And we're not going to go for the first overall. That's too much. Our only hope here is Minnesota. Now, this sucks because we have to give up decent chunk here. It'll have to be the 14th, quite obviously, plus another relatively major piece. What do they want? NHL ready, guys. What a surprise. Bednar, not giving him up, or champion. DeLuca, again, I'm kind of saving them for... Well, we got to be quick about it. They don't want the goalie. Son of a bee sting. I'll try to throw the goalie in. I don't know if that'll be enough value. Quite far off, they say. Okay, well, I'll throw him in there because I'm willing to give him up. I like to put in one matching the block here to help it along, but I don't want to give up any of these guys. Bentley and DeLuca, I'm kind of saving for a big trade for a power forward guy, right? I don't want to... I mean, I could throw in Bednar if we're saying we're for sure going to trade for one of these guys, but... I could throw one in. I could throw, like, one of these guys in here, but I don't want to. Frolov, I'm hoping to keep. I could throw him in, though, because, I mean, 2280, we could capitalize on that value now. What do we have in the way of defensemen coming up? We should still have a top 6 guy in place. We're not going to need Frolov for the top 6, right? And if we get one of these defensemen... Okay, let's throw Frolov in there. We're not going to need him long term. It's unfortunate to do, but he doesn't fit in. We might as well capitalize on his value. He's very good, yes, but we could do better. All right, we got it. Sweet proposal, fine, whatever. Whatever you say, dude. I will take that trade. They got a solid defenseman. They got a, goalie for the future. Not that I think they actually really needed one. At least it wasn't on their block needs. They got Keatley. He's actually kind of busting. Look at that. They did kind of need a goaltender, to be honest, of the future, so we gave him one. Good, we helped him. And we secured that pick right there. We get our pick of the litter here when it comes to the defenseman. Now, it all depends on kind of what we're most interested in. And with this pick, I'm going to let Toronto make... Or I'll just sim... No, I'll let Toronto make the pick. Whatever, What sim it. Who cares? What did they get? They got Verana. Yeah, it might not be too strong of a draft class here. We're going to check out the players. Don't you worry. But, so with this, I mean, We're not going to get Zubov. He's a righty. We don't need that. Mullen, DFD, I really like, but maybe two-way's the better option. It's hard to say. Again, the ETAs I'm not too concerned about. And we don't know strengths and weaknesses. We have less information on him, more on Trenton Murphy. But I have a feeling Mullen, even though it says 1-year ETA, that wasn't 100% accurate, I don't think. It could be, and I could be completely wrong. I mean, Murphy is slightly younger. He is quote-unquote more versatile, but the Gustavo Mullen's a big boy. Hard to say. It's really hard to say. Very hard to say, man. Oh boy. Well, before we actually do that, let's check out. Give me some time to think about it. We'll go around here and check out some of the members. You know what? We got someone on the Ducks here. We'll just start here. Whitehead. Let's see how you've been doing. You're 77-22, man. Struggling here to get going. Looks like you'll cap out at a top 6. And development-wise, not... Oh my goodness. Minus 34. And only 5 points. And you were on Anaheim for that. Rough going there. Playoff-wise, wasn't even from this last year. Oh, man. Not looking too good. But, yeah, even build-wise, your defensive awareness is a bit low. Just need that little extra kick to get up there. At least to like an 80-81. Alrighty. Next up here, we got Anthony Mathurin, I believe. Over here, there you are. Change to a low franchise. 88-23. Had yourself a pretty damn solid year. Setting a career high in the NHL, 72 points. Tied your goal total from last year. Only plus 10. I think all you're missing really is the face-offs. Yeah, you're not this strong, but most ice time as well. Pretty solid giveaway takeaway. Made the playoffs, or was that last year? Yeah, no, didn't make the playoffs. But still, looking good. Looking pretty solid there. Build-wise, really good. Face-off 77 isn't horrible, so get that up to like 80. You should have a positive year. Not too bad, but you are taking on the other top centers there. All right, on we go. We'll check out the Canes here, where we got Cody Smith, 85-24 now. Solid second-line power forward, even though he's listed as third line. Putting up second-line numbers, 59 points, a career high. Minus 16, though. A lot of hits, not the strongest giveaway takeaway, but looking obviously not the strongest teams. Would not have made the playoffs, have not tasted the playoffs yet. Build-wise, though, getting those puck skills out of this world. Great defense. Not a strong skater, 69 across the board. Nice. Solid shot, though. So, yeah, you could be a solid top 6, middle 6 goal-scoring power forward. Still a bit more room to grow as well. You can get up to like 86, 87 for sure. Also, Tyler Tessier, 80-22. So, still a ways off from that top 4, but he can get there. It's just less likely that he becomes a solid one. Looks like dealt with some injury this year. Only 52 games played. 11 points, minus 11. No playoffs to speak of. A solid offensive awareness. If you do make it in the top 4, you should be a decent production guy. That defense, on the other hand, a lot to be desired there. A lot to be desired. But all in all, not too bad. All right, who we got next here? We got someone on Chicago, I remember. And that is Irvin Jack. There he is, 79-23. Yeah, looking like you're capping out again as like a maybe top 6 guy. And as an OFD, that's not what you want to see. So unfortunate turn of events here for the low elite Irvin Jack. Just didn't quite pan out, but has some decent enough defensive stats to be playing in that top 6. So again, not too bad. Oh yeah, that's weird. He only played frickin' 1 game. Yeah, I forgot. Chicago kind of hurting your development right there. Apologies for that, but what can you do? I don't think we have anyone on the Blue Jackets. I'm just kind of trying to go in order here now. All right, I know we have someone on Minnesota. And oh, there he is, Rousseau, 80-24. So yeah, looking like third or fourth line, hopefully third line utility guy, because you are a definite scorer. You need to be able to play on that third line, get some offensive time, maybe some power play, but you haven't really been there. He did set a career high, 31 points. You have had a 20-goal season, but I don't know, at age 24 now, not exactly panning out how they'd hoped. You were a second-round pick, though, so being an NHLer is still sort of a bonus, but definitely, you know, could have been a bit higher up, all things considered. Next up, I did skip Boston. That's my bad. I will go back to that. Let's go to the Habs, where we have Ice Warrior, 85-22. A 50-point year, 30 goals. Bit on the lower side of things, you could argue, but it was your NHL debut. So still a good NHL debut. Minus player, 30 goals, 20 assists, 50 points. I mean, that's like a beautiful start. What else can you say about that? Build-wise, pretty good. Good shot, very good defense, solid enough offensive stats. Not a strong skater, but very aggressive and a big hitter. 86 discipline, though. You get into some penalty trouble with that balance, but still a solid player to have. It's always good to have one of those types of guys in that top six to throw his weight around, and that's what Ice Warrior brings to the table. We also have, where is he? CynFtWProductions down here, 81-23. So looking like CynFtWProductions gonna cap out at that third line, but should be an effective one. He's good defensively, he still has good offense, the ability to create points, an accurate shot, and very hard on the body. But you'd think he'd be more of a penalty taker, but with that 79 discipline, but only 10. Plus player still. You've actually regressed in terms of production, so you got to step that up in the next year. Need a bounce back there. But yeah, looking like capping out around that third line. Of course, also a goalie here. Let's see if you've taken over the reins. Dean Vodka has indeed. Yep, he is still the firm #1 starter. No extension in place right now still. So maybe hitting free agency? Dean Vodka, 84-24. They do have Paradis here who, I mean, could become the #1. So yeah, maybe they're trying to bank on that. You did not have too good of a game, but to be fair, they overplayed you. 74 games. Your team wasn't good in front of you. Yeah, I could see them letting you go. You've never had a 90 save percentage, and you have, in fact, regressed every single season. But maybe not so much a reflection on you as a reflection on the team in front of you. Maybe you will move to a new squad here, and we'll have to keep an eye on that. But build, I mean, you're not bad. You're not bad by any means. Just simulation hasn't worked out too well for you so far. All right, let me call another timeout here and continue on checking out our members. Why am I going? No. There we go. Does it reset me to the beginning? Yeah, you know, let me check on Marty. Is this Sutari? Yeah. Marty Sutari. Whoa! Stat growth? 87-22 with medium top 6. Sutari beating the odds here. A 60-point year. That had to have boosted you. I guess a 60-point year had to have boosted you up. Minus 36, but kind of right place, right time. I think you were the #1 C here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you got 99s for awareness and passing. Decent enough shot. 99s for distance. What the fuck, man? And your defense has actually risen a bit. You also have 88 face-offs. Beating the odds here, Marty Sutari is absolutely filthy. If you're able to maintain this stat growth, you actually might change potentials too. And then it won't matter if you're just stat growth. Holy hell. Boston may have a stud here in Marty Sutari. Maybe who they didn't expect. A mid to late first-round selection. Kind of becoming a very solid contributor here in Boston. Wow. Absolutely crazy right there. All right, we have not checked the Preds yet, so let's go to them. Nashville Predators, where we have Monsieur Vince, 92-23, that high franchise. Still could grow a bit more. Again, only a 68-point year. He had the breakout last year, a couple of them. Then you kind of regressed this year. Did make the playoffs, only 2 goals, got swept, -4. So kind of slow going here from Monsieur Vince. Hasn't quite established himself as that franchise threat, really. But built quite well. And you're probably very, very good on both sides of the puck. Let me see. Let's see if your defense makes up for it. Yeah, lots of hits, decent chunk of block shots, and that ratio is fantastic. So yeah, you definitely you know, shore up the supports in other areas, but you'd expect to get a bit more production as well. You got to try to get back towards that point per game mark next season. Alrighty. So we got the Ottawa Senators as well. We do have someone on the Islanders and the Devils. Let's just start there. Jacob Dubiel, 81 at 23 as a high top 6. Just, you got to question New Jersey's development strategy here. You make your NHL debut finally, and in a rough situation. Pretty unfortunate for you. 23, still only 81. You got to have a huge jump this year or get some stat growth or something. But it's just not looking too good. Once again, New Jersey's development strategy questionable. The amount of centers they have and that they continue to pick up, absolutely questionable. And Dubiel, I can't save you now. You're a little too on the fence. Just rough going right there, New Jersey. What the hell's up with your development? Over here we have Rocco Ferrari, 80 at 22. You know what? Actually, still a chance for you to become a second liner. You're still looking more like that third line bruiser. But you have a chance. It's your NHL debut, 21-point season, -6, no playoffs. But let's see. You laid the body a decent chunk. I mean, you were plus in the giveaway takeaways. It wasn't outstanding. Where'd you play? Fourth line. Okay, they started you fourth line. Not too bad then, all things considered. Minus player share. That's a lot of penalties, though, for fourth line time. Maybe a fight here. I think you did have a couple fights. Okay, on we go to the Sens here, where I believe this is the last stop. Yeah, I think so. Just have Gabriel Payton here, 88-23 right winger, sniper, not even a 30-goal season, not even 50 points. It was your NHL debut. You got to hope for 50 points with that overall, but maybe you just are just jumping into that, just kind of filling in to those shoes now. Late bloomer, so to speak. I mean, NHL debut at 2023, but you could break out into a first-line threat over the course of this next year, that's for sure. I mean, you got the overall. Let's see if you got, you know, the stats to match it here. High offensive awareness. Pretty good shot. Not powerful, but deadly accurate. Good defense, too, surprisingly. Strong skater. Actually kind of aggressive. And 99 discipline to balance it all out. Gabriel Payton looking like an exceptionally strong scoring option for the Senators moving forward. And I'm looking through, I think. No, we got one more. That's right. The Capitals. Where Jimmy Sullivan is at. 85. Wow, you're actually doing it. 85-23. You are a solid top 4. Let's check what you did production-wise. 30 points, minus player, but yet 30 points. Not too shabby. 14 goals, too. Hit a decent chunk, blocked a lot of shots. Not a horrible giveaway-takeaway ratio, all things considered. At least consistent. Made the playoffs. 5-game played, just 1 point, -3. So first round elimination for you guys. Build-wise, good. The defense is up there now. The offense, not really there. Good puck mover, but the awareness, not quite. Solid defensively, though. Decent enough skater, good aggression, good discipline to counteract it, and not too bad of a shot there. So there we are. There are your members. I'm calling another timeout here because I'm still deciding on who I want. The DFD, the two-way guy. I wish we were able to scout this guy throughout the course of the year to at least have... Central Scouting has him ranked after. I think I got to go with the DFD, the natural DFD. Yep, I'm going to go with the natural DFD here in Gustavo Mullen. He's ranked higher. I just think it'll pan out for us, pal. Oh, my God. He was actually right about the one-year ETA. Well, on the bright side is we don't need the guy to come in immediately. That's a bit on... I did not expect to be that low. Yikes. I thought... Wow. Okay. So probably the other guy's going to be better. That's kind of a rough pick right there. I chew everyone else about it. I got to chirp myself. Let's see Anaheim get the other guy. 70s. Okay, so not that big of a difference. Just a 2 overall difference. If it feels like 78, I'd feel worse. But I'm actually not too upset about it now. Because, yeah, he's going to be way more solid defensively. Yeah, he's got similar, if not better, defensive stats than the guy 2 overall better than him. So, yeah. Plus, he's bigger. Yeah, he's not as young. He's, 18, 17, but that's just a few months difference. 82 discipline starting out. It's not too bad. What did that guy 83? It's not huge. So I still like the pick. Again, we didn't need the defenseman immediately. We have, you know, Hanifin, Provorov, so they can buy time for a while till Mullen is really ready to start jumping into the role, which is again what we need. But I kind of like the more shutdown guy, right? We already have Jaron Myers on that right-hand side. We have another two-way guy coming up. And hell, I mean, maybe two-ways are better together, but a two-way and a DFD in that middle pairing, it'll help out a ton defensively. We really only need 1 point-scoring guy. So, very happy with that. Still, even though the overall's not great, we don't need it to be. His ceiling is what we're after. Hopefully, he's got a really good ceiling. I think that's our only first here. Yeah, we didn't have multiple firsts or anything. Our next pick is coming somewhere in the second, I believe. Is it enough to get that guy who's the probable low elite? 45. That's going to cut it close. I can't remember where the guy was ranked around. But we might want to move up. $44. Ugh. It's not imperative that I get him, but why not move up a bit? Let's find our pick and go a few places above it to this one or something. Well, actually, I might want to go even safer. Because we're already ranked 1 behind. Right there is the safest. Let's try to pull that trade off. 41, that'll be just fine. Throw in the 45. I don't actually think we have any junk here, so it's going to take a pick or something else. Which is not the end of the world. Yeah, I don't really want to throw him in there. Do we have any junk goalies? I don't think so. Nope. All right, it'll have to be a pick. Let's do it from a future year, though. I don't want to. We'll have more time to gain picks in this round. Quite far off. I'll throw in a 6. I'll even go down to a 5. I just want this pick. The value we gain from this will make up for any lost. A bit off, he says. Actually, let's do a 6 and then a 7 from the next year. That should spread it out, spread the deficit out. Oh my god. 2 6s. I'm trying to beat the timer here. Not that I need to, but I will. What? Okay, I guess it'll have to be a 5th. Can I beat the timer? No, I can't. Fuck you. Alright, go back to Winnipeg's pick here. Man. 2 and a 5. A bit more than I wanted to give up, but again, still worth. That should go through. If it doesn't, I'll question it. What? Really? I'm questioning it. But again, we're getting a low elite, so... I am not happy about what I have to give up for this. There's no way I'm giving up 2 5s. 0. Thank you. Probably more than I really wanted to or really should have, and it had to give up right there, but it is what it is. There's, oh, wait. Was that, oh, no, I was wrong. That was the righty who went, yeah. So, yeah, the 77 guy. That was him, that's right. Still, I prefer the DFD. But my point remains the same. Look to the ceiling. But, yeah, on paper, you think you got the raw end of the deal. I'm looking to the ceiling, though. If this guy busts, which, the way this is freaking gone, he might as well at this point just put some salt in the wound. I guess I should have listened to it. Even though it wasn't 100% confirmed in the interview, I guess I should have paid more attention to the 1-year ETA. And how you know it's 100% confirmed is when it actually shows what they said in the interview in that little box on the bottom right. Anyway, let's sim up a few more picks here. Alright, we're already down to the top 6s. Any more jump ups? There's a high top 9 going. Wow, not looking super strong. Let's just go up to our pick here. The 41. And select our low elite. Well, I say low. If he's not a low elite, that trade looks even worse. I'm just thinking with a 3-year ETA, he shouldn't be a low top 6. But how this draft looks now, it looks kind of weak. If he's a low top 6... just salt in the wounds for us. Good, he's a low elite, thank God. 65, low elite, right winger, 2-way forward. Solidly built, as you expect a two-way forward to be. 69 faceoffs isn't half bad. I doubt he gains much not being a center, but he's worth 18 years of age as well. So there we go. 76. You know what? We need everything and anything we can get. I just want to make sure we're not going to miss a pin here. I want to grab all the pins. I don't think we are. No, we're not. Yeah, we'll get the next one here. Have some space. Perfect. Whoa. Look at his puck skill. Oh, it's puck skills, not census. Damn. Anyway. Up to the next pick we go. We will select another low elite. This draft, though, looks relatively weak overall. So let's see here. Get ourselves Jesse McGinnis here. Low elite, 20 years old, but he's 64, so he could still become a bottom sixer. That's kind of what you're hoping for out of him at that point. But as a third-round selection, what else are you going to hope for? Up to the 107. At this point, I'm going to make a blind pick and hope for a medium elite. Yeah, because look at all the lows. Blind pick for a medium elite. Or a high. He could be high fringe starter. Or it could be high elite. There's also a possible low elite. There's also 2 guaranteed medium elite goalies. Could pick one of those up with one of our next picks. When's our last pin? Yeah, we could pick that next guy up with our other pick. So let's... Do I want to take a gamble on him or look for a medium elite? That guy shouldn't be anything great. You know what? I think we go for the high here. Yeah, I think we got to swing for the fences for value. Clifford Larson! High starter. That's actually good. High starter. I was thinking it would go down to high fringe star if it wouldn't get to be high elite, but no, high starter. I'll take it. That's a solid chunk of value here. In the 4th round. Hell yeah. Uh-oh, 138. I think we're missing out on the guy I was looking at. He's 137. We need value. Oops. What am I doing? No, okay, no, that's still the 142. That's right. Yeah, no, we're fine. I won't go crazy. That guy's actually older, too. With 5-year ETA, this guy's younger. Yeah, so we're actually getting the better one anyway. So sweet. We're at least getting value here. This is definitely a value draft. Oh, this guy actually lasted. Well, we're not grabbing him. We're going for Cameron Ritzy anyway. He's got the gem status. He's younger. Take him. He's going to be 40-something. Yeah, 47. Not great, but it's a medium elite, right? It's the value. You want that value. 169. The guy's at like 180-something, I believe, right? I got to double check. I keep forgetting. That thing threw me off, though. It's a pretty good steal. Yeah, we're fine. Oh, perfect. This is actually lined up really perfect. Oh, this guy's also an enforcer. How did I not notice that? People probably like freaking out right now. Fucking enforcer, let's go. Defensive enforcer, though. So we're going to have an offensive enforcer and a defensive enforcer. And he's a low elite. 18, 5-year ETA. Yay for the memes. If anything, we're getting some solid memes out of this franchise mode. So let's go. Let's select... Oh, how'd I miss this guy? Oh, wait a sec. You know what? I prefer this guy over the enforcer. I know the memes are real, but we already have an enforcer. I'm gonna make the smart pick here. Luckily, I friggin' checked. How did I miss this guy? Yep, I'm gonna go with the smarter pick here. They're both lefties, but one makes a bit more sense for the future. Yeah, we already have that enforcer. Although it'd be funny to have a depth enforcer. No! I got, you know what? Let's get both. Why not both, right? We actually haven't, we didn't max out on picks. Why not both? Let's trade for this pick right here, this 6. Let's throw the 7 in here. Throw the 7 in, throw in a 7 from next year. We've had to give up quite a bit. We can collect. Alright, I'll throw in a 6 from a few years. Come on, you know you want to give that up. That's... I want to take that out. There we go. Sweet. So let's grab them both. Fine. You convinced me. The thought of having a depth enforcer D is actually quite appealing. We'll see if he gets there. There's Stefan Como. Selecting him. That's our final pick, 50 overall enforcer. Both of them 18. Obviously, both with 5-year ETA, but I'm actually pretty stoked on Booth. He might turn 19 quick with this sort of overall, so that's a bit of a worry here, but still. What can you do? And that will do it for our draft here. Up we go. And there you have it. Any steals there at the end? I saw a high backup. I couldn't tell what the other one was. We only made 7 selections, but we did go for equality here. Mullen, while some may question the pick, overall-wise, compared to the other guy, I like that he's DFD. I think we're really going to need that shutdown. And again, if he gets up, you know, pretty high, he could even take over that top 2 spot eventually when Provorov starts declining. So, I like it long term. So overall, a pretty decent draft. It was a good value draft for us. While we didn't get a ton, it was all good value. And that is what we needed to kind of restock the cabinets for value, because we traded a lot to get back a little. Well, it ended up being a little. From like a top 5 pick to a 14th pick. Yeah, good stuff. You'll love to see it. I hate it. Alright, up to the re-sign phase we go. AHL associate coach, can I get you back, or are you just going to decline? You're a B. I might be able to get you back. He's listed as associate. Okay, he's probably going to give me the bull crap of, oh, you haven't offered me a role even though I want this role. You haven't offered me a good role. So let's just max him out. Try it anyway. Beat our heads against this proverbial wall a bit more and have EA laugh at us as we do it. There you go. Take it. Choke on it. Run with it. That's a lot of scouts, but we're keeping them all. Because why not? No reason to let them go. Knubel. Duncan. Clarkson. Jackson Clarkson. I love that spelling of Jackson, by the way. Schvidke. Schvidke, I don't know. Michaela Schvidke. And who's ready to party? My name is Rod, and I like to party. Nobody parties but me. Alrighty, there you have it. Up to contracts we go. Now's the time to battle with Jaron Myers over some sort of an extension. Oh yeah, I don't need to turn that off yet. We're not in free agency. Getting ahead of myself. Here we are. Jaron Myers still isn't one to... Okay, so first things first, qualify so we don't forget to do that. And probably get him back for a 1-year deal. Had 10 mil and try to renegotiate. Fuck you, Jaron Myers. 10 mil for a year. Take it. Who else here? Gonna need to give Montoya an extension. He's looking good for our 2C. See, Menil, Elvinus, Jones. I'll probably just hold on to all of them, because we are actually short on depth this last year, AHL-wise. So, you know, we go in cycles. 2 years, sure. You're young enough. How about you, Jones? Yup, 2 years. I don't care. You're good enough. Bulis, he's not looking like becoming much. What kind of player are you? Can I click? He's a sniper. This guy's pretty trash. He's not even that great for a ringer. I'll probably keep him around 1 more run, and it's only 1 year. I'm going to try 2 years on him. Keep him around for 1 more little run, then he's probably gone. Carrier is solid to ring stuff, or be depth. No, 1 year for you. Korzak, he's worth holding on to. Definitely. 2 more years. That'll take him until he's done growing. Another righty. Decent chance for him to be top 6. If should pan out, though. So this guy may be depth. Cruz, hold on to you. Why not? Sure, you're young enough. Cotter. A lot of guys want 2 years, and I'm okay with giving a lot of them 2 years deals. All right, 76-18. Bednar. He could play AHL. I could sign him to play AHL, but he grew no, he didn't grow at all, actually, last year, did he? Let's actually sign him, then, and try him out in the AHL. Coughlin doesn't want to come back. I'll let him go, then. Sign you for a couple years, sure. Pakal, you were a good depth guy for us. Perfect, 1 year. Any more entry levels? No, just one. Yeah, I'm glad I kept everyone then. All right, Bobrovsky, Benoit, we're hoping gets another jump. We kind of need him to. I think we'll look to free agency for a backup. Dansk, I kind of want to keep him around. I'll keep him around probably one more year. This is probably the last year. Nikolitin might actually take over the reins from him, but good. We'll keep him around. At least they'll split time pretty well. And he wants a nice little one-year deal. And he's won us a couple Calder's, man. So there we are. That pretty much takes care of almost everything. Let's advance a day here, see if everyone accepts their deals, have a bunch of scouts first. And of course he rejected because logic. Who needs it? Scout. 2. That's 3. Sorry, I can't count. 4. I think we have one more. All right, we got Carrier. Cruz rejected. Interesting. We got Donsk, Pakal. Jones rejected as well. Everyone else has accepted. Jaron Myers rejected. He wants more money. Screw you. I'll give you 11 or 10.5. I'll go up actually bit by bit. We don't have to go crazy with it. But it's just for 1 year, so we don't have to be super careful. And like I said, I want to keep all these guys. So Jones, everyone. Keep them around. 2 years. Let's bump you up a couple. I don't know why you rejected that. It says it's what you want. I don't know why I'm trying to save money on 2 ways, but I am. I'll bump them up max if they reject again. We'll just see what we can get away with here. Why not, to be honest? We don't have too much to do here. Alright, last scout. We got Cruz, we got Jones, we got Myers, and that should be everyone. Besides a goalie who we need to pick up in free agency. We have 10 mil to do so, though. So, hey-o. We're in good shape. Hannafin on the last year of his deal. So, yeah, probably, meh. You could argue it would have been better to have the other guy, who was higher overall. But hey, depending on how Mr. Dude grows, he could be ready to break into that NHL next year. But yes, on the I think we can extend Hannafin again for another couple years. In fact, I'm leaning towards doing it another 1 or 2, probably 2, because the guy on the left-hand side will need at least 1 year probably playing in that top 6. Yeah, he has as an 81. Again, I'm actually, if this is as good as he gets, I'm okay with it. I'll probably set him back to a DFD now and play him in that top 6. Again, chemistry's not great. But what can you do? Or maybe I'll leave him again. Who else we got on that right side? We got Jaron Myers. Nilsson probably ready to take it over. We'll see. It'll all depend on if Nilsson gets a nice jump and is ready for that top 4 time. Travica could be jumping in now on that lefty spot. That was kind of the idea with him. You know, he's either going to be a top 6 or a depth guy for us, and he's about ready for that. 24-79. He's right there on the cusp. Korzak, sorry. Cleary. That's another lefty option. Same kind of deal. Another DFD. Yeah, we have a lot of good stuff happening. So yeah, our biggest need right now is a goalie. Stone's on his last year. I don't know if we're going to extend him yet. We'll see how the year goes. But I'm going to be scouting around for power forwards, power forward wingers. For sure. Uncle Scoden jumped up to an 86 as well on that tremendous deal. I still think he's going to be a third-line utility scorer on this team with power play time because I think we'll have too many shooters if he's up in the top 6. We already have Squires and Noob, right? And if we pick up another strong power forward who also shoots, there's yet another one. And hopefully Montoya will be ready for second line. He looks like he will be. So Squires can move back to wing. Yeah, we're pretty much set here. 10, 11, 12, 13. We got our 13. We are good for forwards with plenty more call-ups that we could use for depth. Sick. Defensively, we might need a depth guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Definitely should get another guy. Cleary might jump, yes. I think we should get one to be safe. A guy who can either play top 6 or depth, so probably a lefty. So yeah, one of those type guys, a fringe top 6er. And a goalie. Probably a backup, but I want him to be low mid-80s, around 83. We should have the cap for it. Just need him for a year, pretty much. So that's what we'll be looking for here in free agency. At least that is the game plan. So let's get up there and check things out. Okay, let's see what kind of class it is here. I mean, maybe we could even pick up Dean Vodka. We'll see what happens. But I think, I don't know, we'll see. Wait, oh. I was like, what am I doing? Sim the free agency, there we go. And yeah, we're going to lose. Yeah, we know about the coach. I'll try to get him back or someone better. Yeah. Here we are in free agency. Jack Eichel's available. Wow. 2 teams interested. Yeah, I bet. Wow. He's hitting free agency and asking for a bag. About $12 million a year. We don't need him, though. We are set on the center front. What we do need is a goaltender. Freddie Anderson, Binnington. We can get Binnington back. Elvis, Grubauer. Bunch of older guys. I mean, Elvis wouldn't be too bad. Price-wise, he's very good. Did not have a good season last year, but was in a starting role. Ugh. No thanks. I don't like that what he's asking for. Markstrom, get on the older side. Should we just get Binnington back? He did terribly last year for us. But who the fuck else are we going to get? I kind of want Benoit to be able to start. And if he's not ready, like... Or we can go with Georgiev. Played backup last year, did good. Better there. Washington, as I recall, had a negative record last year. Carolina, bad team, bad results. New York, decent team, decent results. I kind of am leaning towards Georgiev here. Or is it Georgiev? I don't know. I hear it pronounced multiple ways. But yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Alexander Georgiev. Good price. We can get him for a year. He's 30. He won't decline. Yeah, solid. All right, let's check out what we need on the defensive front here. As I said, kind of a lefty guy who could do either top 6 or depth, depending on who jumps and stuff. Hickey. Hard to say. Don't have a lot of info on him. Merrill. Might be okay. Bowie. No thanks. Never mind, not Bowie. Who's this guy? Jalen. Don't know anything about him. Larson. Solid, 2-way. That's okay. That's money right there. Jacob Larson, I think, is money. All defensive pairings, all penalty kill. Good enough defensive stats. Money. And he's 80 overall. Like, that's perfect. He could do either depth or that. Again, only need him for a year. So I think Jacob Larson and Georgiev we're going to go for and have a bit of spare cash in case we have a good year and want to pursue some sort of a rental, which we might want to do on the defensive front. All right, so that's my ideas. Let me know what you guys think about what we should be doing in free agency. Hopefully we can have a bounce back year. Should we try to switch up coaches or give them a chance here to kind of respond? I mean, we responded well at the end of last year, so I'm kind of considering giving our coaching or our coaching staff a chance to prove themselves before we make any sort of changes. I think maybe last year just an anomaly. I am going to scout around for that sort of power forward guy. That might be a trade we make more so at next year's draft, though. So we shall see, because, again, Stone coming off contract. Are we going to keep him around? Are we going to let him go? I guess we'll kind of decide upon that throughout the course of this year and then really be able to hammer that decision home at the next year's draft. We'll be probably making a trade for that kind of guy. So we will see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Remember to leave that like, and I'll see you in the next one.